But I started a company called Sonoma Wireworks with a couple of good friends of mine back in 2003. Totally bootstrapped company, just the three of us, and we were all technologists. And it was like super fun. You know, we worked really long, hard hours, but it was a lot of fun, and we weren't beholden to anybody, so we got to do things that we believed in. So there's a lot of really rewarding things about going down that path. You get to work on things that you really believe in. You have a lot of autonomy to like make decisions, which makes a team extremely fast moving. If you don't have tons of meetings discussing the merits of every little thing. And you get this sense of pride of ownership that like, oh, this is really my company, and like I want to do the right things for the customers. And you talk to customers more. So those are kind of the upsides. The downsides are typically that and I don't mean this in a negative way, but the music industry is pretty dogmatic. So we have pretty entrenched ideas of what sounds good, about what the proper tools are, about what what makes you pro. Like great musicians could make a great sounding song in GarageBand. Just because you use Pro Tools or Logic doesn't make you better. And so, but the industry as a whole sort of promotes, well, they don't promote that dogma, but it just sort of exists. And so I think one of the things that's really challenging about coming out of a small company is presenting your ideas, if they're new ideas, presenting them in a way that resonates with musicians is really, really difficult to do. You don't necessarily have sort of the arm twisting ability of a company like Avid to sort of, I'm trying to think of the word for it, but it's, Avid has the ability to come out with a new product and convince all the world that they need this product. Through some of it's through marketing, some of it's definitely just because they do their research and they know that there's a need for this product. As a small company, you don't necessarily have that sort of market muscle to break into an industry like ours. So that's the downside, and that's been a challenge with every small company that I've worked at. UA is kind of in the middle because UA has a really long history of great sounding gear. And they're continually coming out with products that are sort of, making the workflow better for musicians. And so I think that they're sitting in a place where it's actually one of the reasons I really like working there is I feel like we have the market muscle and the brand to say, hey, just listen to us for more than 30 seconds, and we'll tell you why this is valuable, and people will do that. But we also are small enough to be like, hey, we should do something a little bit different, So I think that that's actually a good place to be. But all three sort of tiers of companies, basically as far as size and revenue, have different advantages and disadvantages. For your career, I do highly recommend working at a startup at some point in time because you see so much of the company that you just don't see in a bigger company. You see how customer requests turn into features, turn into a product and get shipped, and whether they make money. And understanding all the pieces of that makes you better when you go work somewhere else, because it gives you some understanding about what this person's job is and why this person is super valuable.